Today, you're going to see 3 different types of female cops, and that way you'll know how to handle them if you ever run into this type. The first type of female cop we're going to show you is the princess cop. The princess cop hates her surroundings, her car, everything about it. She just doesn't like it. Nothing's good enough for her. When it comes time to talking to a prisoner, she's all up in it. She knows everything. But if the guys are pulling the gloves on, she's going to step back. She can't get hurt. She can't get her makeup messed up because she's the princess cop. Now, SEWI AUDITS does a great job here of protecting his Fourth Amendment rights and his identity.
Suspiciously, I legally have the right to identify you.
And I can say no, because I have not committed a crime.
Unless I decide to push the issue. So, you can be
on
on your way.
What does that mean?
See, you're just trying to get a rise out of us.
No,
be on your way, sir.
Be on my way for what?
To leave.
I'm on public property. You can't tell me to leave.
It's police department property and we're asking you to leave.
Who pays for it?
Sir.
What's your name and badge number?
I cannot have you back. No. I'm not answering your questions if you're not going to answer mine, all right? I am trying to investigate why you are back by our vehicles.
To identify yourself? Are you a public servant?
I am trying to investigate why you are
So investigate.
Suspicious.
I don't have to help you do your job.
You're not answering my questions.
I don't have to. May I have your name and badge number? May I have your name and badge number? Are you failing to identify? Are you failing to identify?
I don't need to identify myself.
You initiated contact with me.
I don't need to identify myself.
You initiated contact with me. You should have said who you were when you walked up to me.
Why? Sir?
Is that not your policy?
No. My name is Officer Johnson. My badge number is 8809.
Was that so hard?
Is it so hard to identify yourself?
Do I need to?
Do I need to?
Do I need to?
Yes,
All right, sir.
Why?
We've been through this. Your behavior's suspicious, so we stepped out with you because of your behavior, so we can identify you because of that. Unfortunately, the city's too cheap to have a private lot for our vehicles.
I saw the paint was all chipped on a lot of the cars.
Yeah, again, because the city's too cheap to fix
If you're
them,
still over
so
by the muni lot, you mind?
we don't have a secure private lot for our vehicles, so unfortunately it is accessible to the public, but
Well, half of them are all downstairs.
North lot.
half of them. So
Sorry, fourth. I didn't go online and look at the numbers.
Sir.
we asked
So do you understand that part of our job is to investigate suspicious activity?
Yes.
Right? So you being back by our vehicles, by our squad cars, which is our work equipment, is a suspicious activity.
Okay.
And by that right, I have grounds to identify you. Okay? That's
Not true. There's no grounds. In order to stay free, we have the Fourth Amendment, and the Fourth Amendment protects your privacy from the government. It's not the government's business what church you go to, what clubs you belong to, where you go, who you see. So as a further protection, in order to get that identification from you, they have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. If they have that, we can move to the next step of identifying you, and that is an investigative detention. During this investigative detention, you're not free to go. You can be handcuffed, and you might even be Terry frisked. But what they're doing during this investigation is they're looking for something. They're looking for probable cause. So probable cause is the key to take you to jail and to identify you. And that's the only way they can get your identification, and that happens in all 50 states.
You do not have to have committed a crime for me to identify you.
What's the statute that says a suspicious activity means I legally obligated? Okay, then we're done.
No, that's not a thing. You're making up whatever you want. You are acting suspicious. I have the right to identify you. Okay?
Am I free to
That is
leave?
the law. Are you going to identify yourself?
Am I free to leave?
Are you going to answer my question?
I've already said I'm not going to answer any questions. Am I free to leave?
Stay here.
Is your body cam on?
yes,
What's your name and badge number?
9067.
Thank you. That was the third time I asked you.
Yeah. Okay. And again, your name was what?
You can call me good citizen.
you doing?
Good. How are you?
Need help?
No, sir.
Okay. Oh, I got here last. So
Who are you?
I'm sorry?
And who are you?
I'm Sergeant Jones. Who are you?
I'm here.
You are?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. Is there anything we can do to help you?
No, sir.
Okay. Anything else you need?
No.
All right. So you're just standing here for
Well, he told me I couldn't go anywhere.
because
I don't know. I asked him if I was free to leave.
Several times.
But then I asked him if I was free to leave, and he said no, I wasn't.
Because at that point, I was consulting with my supervisor, advising him of the situation we had at hand. That's it.
okay.
So-
Are you ready to go?
I was walking out of here when two cars came up on here when they told me to, ask me some couple questions.
Okay. What was the questions? I mean,
If I needed anything or what I was doing, they told me I was being suspicious.
Different, suspicious details.
They didn't say
is there anything
different.
we can help you with?
No, sir.
It's okay. Most people come here for help. So that's why.
Oh, I understand.
Okay.
It's a police department. I understand what it's for.
All right, but you're good?
I'm good.
All right. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right.
That's a great example of a princess cop. Go ahead and hit my like, my bell, my subscribe if you haven't done that already. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Now, the next example of a female cop is the He-Man woman cop. The He-Man woman cop always wished that she was born a dude. She's been a tomboy all her life. But she knows that she has girl parts, and she goes ahead and fixes them up appropriately. She's always in competition with the other men on the department who can do what the best. So, if she has to ask for help for one of them, well, that means she's a loser and she beats herself up over it. Check out our auditor. Do you see anything that he could have done differently? So let's look at the He-Man woman cop.
No, I'm requesting a sergeant, please, and thank you. What's your badge number and name?
Give me your driver's
What's your badge
license,
number
sir.
and name, ma'am, please?
By law,
You have to provide that with me too if I'm
Right now,
upon
I
request.
pulled you over
For what?
an offense.
For what
It's a
offense was I
highway
doing?
traffic act.
What offense was I committing?
Cell phone up
No,
to
I
your
did not have my cell phone up to my ear. I had my case to my cell phone up to my ear. You pulled me over. I was doing the speed limit. You asked me if I had my phone. Actually, I showed you, and it was just the case. And then you asked me if I had my driver's license because you couldn't get me on the... Oh, you didn't ask for it. You asked to see it.
No, I asked
And I'm showing you my perfectly legit driver's license up to date. Can I have a sergeant, please? For what reason? What law have I committed? Break?
Under the law.
Yeah. If I was committed of breaking a law, you're right, 100%.
No, I
You
can
what?
stop you to check your paperwork as well. And I stopped you because you had cell phone
Under
up to
what
your ear.
suspicion of crime do you think I committed? You have to have articulate suspicion. You can't just pull me over because you think that I had a cell phone up to my head. No, you don't. You think that you knew, but you don't. It was the case to my cell phone. Thank you. That's great. For what law have I broken though? I didn't break any law. Yes, I had the cover to my head like this driving down the road. That's what her first stop was. And then I showed her that it was just the cover to my phone. And then she proceeded to say that she knew I had my cell phone up to my ear, that she knew it. My case, you're right, 100% correct, ma'am. It was the case to my phone up to my head like this driving down the road. But now then she went from not be able to get me from my phone to asking for my license, which if I didn't commit a crime, I don't really have to provide my license unless
Here's what I'm here to tell you, okay?
Okay, sir.
And that's why I'm here. I want you to fully understand this, okay?
Mhm.
As a police officer, regardless of whatever
And then,
reason,
she threatens me with arrest, and then she rips open my door.
Just listen over here a sec, okay? Just don't worry about her.
No, I am worrying about her. She's the one that stopped me.
Just listen.
I am listening, sir.
All right,
But then again,
I want you to fully understand. Okay. She's.
are you? Can I have your badge and name and number?
I will answer, yes, absolutely.
What's your name and badge number,
100%,
officer?
okay.
And yours,
listen,
and hers,
all right,
and
sir,
everybody else that's
sir,
here.
Okay. It's an arrestable offense.
For what?
To not identify yourself.
If
When
I
a
was
police officer has demanded that you identify yourself. Okay?
if I am suspected of a crime,
You're driving. You're operating a motor vehicle.
did I break any laws?
So listen.
Okay, what about all them other people that are
So we're
speeding
not
up and
gonna
down the
keep
road?
doing this, okay? So I'm gonna tell you one more time.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to see my license? It's right here. You can see it. It's
Okay.
legit. Everything is legit on it.
Okay. That's
Okay,
fine.
there.
You're gonna have to let me write down everything on there then.
Okay, it's right there. It's in my possession. I have no problem.
No, and so I'm just saying.
But Miss Hardcore over there has to get all hard. She's being a bitch, and I'm entitled to my opinion of that.
That's fine. You're identifying yourself. And
Now I am, but now I want her badge number, and I want yours, and that other officer, that's the two other officers that are behind me too. I want everybody's badge number and names, please, and cards. Please and thank you. And this is going on YouTube. Especially you. Smile.
You're right to do so, sir.
Smile. Busted your bubble, didn't I?
So there you go, the perfect example of the he-man woman cop, because she was totally embarrassed that she had to call for help. But as far as the traffic stop goes, I call bullshit. I call bullshit because when the he-man woman cop found out that there was no cell phone, the basis for the traffic stop was over. So she should have just let this guy go without IDing him. What do you think? So far, we've looked at the princess cop and the he-man woman cop. Some of you might have thought the last one was a bitch cop. In reality, this one's the bitch cop in example 3. For sure. And we've all experienced a bitch cop, right?
It's too hot to be walking there. I'm not required to give it to you, baby. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, you are. Where's your license at?
I don't have a license. It's
don't have a
expired.
license?
It's expired. It's not suspended or anything. It is expired.
Okay. Have you ever been to our jail before?
I have.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
What's your last name?
I don't have to give it. I don't understand why y'all want
You
it
have
so
to
bad.
identify
Stop an
yourself.
ID state.
You have to identify yourself.
She hasn't committed a crime. She don't have one anyway.
Yeah, I honestly don't have a photo
She hasn't
ID.
had a copy of her ID in almost 10 years.
I didn't hear what he said.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead when y'all leave. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that taillight out and see.
Okay, you fine. That's that driver's side one. I don't know which one went out on you last time.
The driver's side. It was the running light though. It wasn't the brake
when
light.
you hit the brakes in front of it, it ain't illuminate or nothing.
Is the running light on right now? The light will come on without the car on.
And that is the walk of shame.
I just replaced that bulb.
Oh my gosh. Look at him. Tuck tail. Bye,
Walk of
baby.
shame. Walk of
Bye,
shame.
baby. They want to like